Yes, good evening to everybody where they watch us today, and welcome to Marry Me with Slimmytee and Shola. Together now we do them every Wednesday 5 p.m. go reach 6 p.m. Good evening, baby.
Hey, lover. How you doing?
Hectic day.
I'm good. It's been a...
Hectic day.
I can just imagine.
But
It's fine. He's fine. It's fine. Just take it easy on you. You're doing very well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how you're doing? Feels good to be here tonight. Another day on Top Your Number One Family Entertainment Channel. Of course, I did extremely grateful. Say I did do that way I love to do, because when you do what you love to do, I mean, you wouldn't see the stress in it. So that now the holistic work for me. My name is Slimmytee, and Shola is here. And together we're here from now, go reach 6 o'clock. Yes, of course, creating solutions to problems, marital problems, relationship, getting people hooked on the show, giving you guys good songs, always having one or two things to talk about just before we enter inside the main discussion. So I know say we got you guys covered tonight. Trust us, you can just sit back, relax, because the matter will carry come for today. Now waiting guys with almost everybody. Okay, so everybody they will take their own portion of the blame game when the time reach. So just relax. If you have tea like Shola, take your tea easily. If you have water like me, take your water easy. If it's wine you have in your cup, you just make sure you take something, we go help you relax your muscle. I mean, today is Wednesday, right?
Sure.
So it's actually the midweek. So it's actually the midweek edition of the show.
Yes, most definitely, like she TikTok now, the midweek with day. And what they look at today now, some people say, make a talk this with my belly, because governments have done talk for radio. I heard it in the news this afternoon.
Oh, what's that?
Say they don't create courts. We say this time around they go to look into family, that's husband, wife, and children matter. She understand. We say anything we get to do with maybe husband maltreat wife, wife maltreat husband, or children. Say person they with foster parent they maltreat and all those things. And that court now go decide so that it could get enough time to deal with such cases. Nobody say we go to cry and disturb other civil cases. Matters.
I've been thinking say we get court for.
No,
it's actually a good one. But in my mind, in my head, I've actually thought, okay, but we get Child Rights Act.
Yes, all those laws they.
Okay.
But this time around, we are
so but now they don't build like
a
they go like
basically for that alone.
Good.
And if you ask me, it's a good development.
I mean, that's a sweet one. Is that in Lagos or it's general?
Lagos.
That's good. That's a very welcoming development, if you ask me. So that means say you don't need to die with your problem as a wife, just in case maybe they go through any form of domestic violence, or whether as your husband they maltreat, or they how do I say it now? Take advantage of your children. Over cases like that. I mean, and I'm sure they'll give you the right justice, the right whatever it is will be melted out. So you have to just pick up. I feel say waiting they kill most people these days now. The kind of persons when they talk to, when they get situations like that. Some women are going through I don't want to call them just domestic violence alone. I mean, different form of violence is in their marriages, and they are so scared to come out. They are so scared to talk to people. Maybe because they feel say, okay, the society or blah blah, they might not even get justice. You understand? Or maybe the room be not even there, like the courts now be not even there available, then to even make their cases known. So, but now we have it. That means you can always come out to express yourself, and I mean, if you're right, you get the justice where you deserve. So that's a very welcoming development for me. But then real quick one, thanks. The one I would like talk now, and and I see something we guys do with family. We need to start allowing our kids to express themselves. And we need to stop shying away for some things. I mean, I remember growing up as a girl child.
We can't discuss with our parents.
With our parents, I mean, it took me a lot. I'm not sure say I be even. I don't remember the age where I've been telling my father say I get boyfriend. I don't even think we've ever had such discussion. Like, well, say Daddy, I have a boyfriend. I don't think I ever, because the way they made it look back then. Now, like, say if you get boyfriend, you are going to prison. You understand? So you don't even fit like wake up and tell your dad that Daddy have a boyfriend. My dad would be like, will you go back and read for him was so interested in reading. I mean, my dad would want make you read. He got us lesson teachers. As I come from school, we get lesson teacher for us. So it was always that reading marathon. We not been get friends for base. And I remember then say, we dey always, I mean, we dey always speak English. And if you grow up for barrack, na proper
pidgin you
pidgin,
must
now they
speak.
talk. So if
Barrack
me and my
pidgin sef
sibling,
dey.
barrack pidgin dey. So if me and my sibling go downstairs, go fetch water, when we start speaking, and we dey speak in English, and then we be bothers. They'll come, they laugh us, like, see this one, like, where they see all this ajebo pikin. So we'll cry, we'll leave our bucket and everything for them. We'll cry, go meet our dad for help. Like, daddy, they were laughing at us because we were speaking. So it took us, most times, we won't fetch water like that. We'll allow me everybody don't fetch finish before we come fetch. So we'll go fetch and then we'll take it up and stuff. So, there was no, I don't know, we didn't really have that kind of relationship that I would have loved to maybe have on baseball. I was talking about expression, we expressing ourselves to our parents. I remember then if I say I can't even tell my parents I have a boyfriend, say, and then my mother would be like, if they touch you, yeah, you are pregnant. If they kinikon, yeah, you are kinikon now. But the case is actually different now, because now we did not have that opportunity. But the children of these days, they can talk, they can, so I won't just talk. They can talk, but some parents see they shut the mouth of their kids. I heard a case yesterday on radio where the mother of the child said the uncle has been molesting the child since. And the pikin, they say at every point where the uncle entered the house, the pikin they cry. You understand? At every point where she cites that uncle, the pikin they cry. The mother be no know why that pikin they always cry. In her mind, she just feel say, maybe not just normal. So even you understand, maybe the uncle street and stuff. So and the first thing the uncle does whenever he comes into the houses, if he go carry that girl. Like, where is you go call the name, and they're like, uncle, hey, come now, let me carry you. The girl go like frown. She no go make the uncle carry her. She go they cry. The mother never, and he's so used to bringing gifts. So we use the gift to go take and lure the girl. Then they go carry the girl. So always we tell, okay, man, take her for a walk. Now, you're my favorite cousin. You're my favorite niece. Yes. You're my favorite kiniko. You go use that scope, go carry the girl, come out. All of a sudden, the mother said one day she did bath for the pikin. Say, she touched the pikin private party. Get how the pikin be take react. Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. Who pinch you? Kiniko. She said the first day she didn't pay attention to it. She just say, nah, normal thing. Kilo, she be like, just said, then the next day, the way the girl reacted, she now said, I thought she finished with the child. She now like took the child in, laid the child on the bed and raised her leg, and she saw bruises. What happened to you here? The girl was just crying. What happened to you? What happened to you? Later the girl had to say, it's Uncle Wu. Is that why you've been running away from this uncle? She broke down, she started crying, and now she's demanding justice, that she wants the man to be arrested, the man should be prosecuted. And so in my head, I think, say, only God know how long this man don't take advantage of this girl. If only you had been sensitive enough. If only you had paid attention. I'm telling you, the first time when your pikin complain, when your pikin give you signal, because the truth is, I was telling you yesterday, you were telling me about erase ear, and I say, now the way that pikin feel express herself, now she don't express it. Daddy, my ear. You know if you tell the pain where that girl they feel. Do you understand? The idea she can do is to cry all that year. You know if you tell the amount of pain where that. So because that's a child. As an adult, I can speak, I can express myself. I can express myself in any way. If you refuse to hear, I can write. But for a child, the best they know is to cry, expressing themselves. Of course. So that was what I was even telling you, like, man, you have to take that child because you are not, if you understand the kind of pain. So that was the best way that girl could express herself. If only the woman had paid attention to the first time where that pikin been cry when she see that uncle. Why your pikin they always cry when she see a particular person? Why she know they cry if other uncles enter or if other persons enter? Why we say whenever she see this particular person, her mood, they always change. I know some people will be like, "Oh, will you go back? Do you know that's your daddy's brother? That if you know what this man have done to me, do you know how this man has contributed?" Most of us we have used our hand like this to cause our problem. Because even your picking is saying, "No, mommy, I don't want to see you." Like, will you follow? You don't know. You don't have shame.
I said some mother go even beat.
They go even beat the picking, Shola.
Beat the pikin.
Now she's not saying she wants justice. I mean, definitely I'll call for justice too. But I'm just saying, I just the advice.
We cannot be too careful.
We can't be too careful.
And we should always let this girl child talk. We should always allow them talk. You should talk to them. While beating them, while dressing up for them, while doing all these things, you should talk to them. I know very well that this age where we did now, I don't pass the age where you could talk saying, well, when they reach 14 or 15, We will begin to discuss them. No.
So don't talk to them. Don't tell them.
You start very young these days. At least there are some mild ones that you can, even in their schools now. Thank God, the aunties are taking them on sex education and some. They are even using it to sing on the assembly. You can touch my body.
I will tell my
uncle. So all those things sounds like a joke. But it's not a joke. It's what's happening. Look at that girl now. She has been psychologically deformed.
Trust me, it will take a lot for her to be.
Because she will live with it with the rest of her life.
A trauma now.
That's why you see some ladies will just say they don't want to have anything to do with a guy. It's not that they don't want to. It's because of this kind of
experience where they don't get,
violation or this kind of bitterness where men don't. So one day they grow up, will come and say, why you not going to want to see me? Why you not going to want to talk to me? Why? Now, because of this kind of. So we are begging parents to please listen to your children, most especially mothers. Listen to your children. Then you as a father, help call your wife to that attention. Because it might not be easy for a male or for a father to sit the girl child
and be asking such questions.
So help talk to your wife to please do
I get good relationship in a girl child. You know, especially mother. See, I don't say it takes two to tango. You know, that the job of the mother and the father take care of. But I mean, we know say as mothers we get more roles. Now mothers now be the pillars for the house, whether you like it or you like it. So even if your husband they busy, you can't be too busy for your children. You know, even if now make pikin you get, you need to learn to ask them questions. Ask them questions. You're a boy of 4-year-old, go they talk some kind things, and you be like, oh, he's still young. He can still.
You don't know who he's sitting
with in the class. You don't know the uncles or the aunties. Even women they molest
to the extent that I know my children's friends in school. I ask them,
and that's good.
Who's your friend? Who's your best friend? I hear their names. You understand?
So when they start to call you, you'll be like, what happened to the former one?
There was a particular girl that happens to be my daughter's friend, but the surname is so funny, so I normally ask her, what of Ejalonibu?
That is her name.
Ejalonibu. So what of Ejalonibu? My daddy, Ejalonibu is not coming to our school again. Wow. I said, so what will you do now? I'll look for another friend. So that name actually got me laughing at the beginning, but I know this is my daughter's friend. So you have to know, no matter, once they can talk, once they're already in basic one.
And always allow them to express themselves. If they ask you questions, try your best. Because now, like this is what I get. If you ask you one question, Shola, if you try dodge and they will come back with 1001 question. Do you understand? And the kind of question where these children they ask, they ask yourself, say, where on earth did they get this? Where? You understand? So it is no longer how it used to be.
The assignments they are giving to them, the kind of textbooks they are using now has actually helped from their thinking. Because even as an adult, if you are not careful, you can't do a basic 2 assignment. Just basic 1, basic 2 assignment. You can't do it. At the particular point, parents were raising eyebrows. Say, no, we
not how they give children this kind of headache assignments.
It helps to broaden their scope. They now reason like an adult. Because a child that is doing aptitude test, verbal reasoning, and you begin to solve this and they ask this question and the kids are attending to it, they will relate that to the real life. So I would just try and say is parents, please be closer to your children.
Don't be too busy.
Only the girl child.
Yeah, not only the girl child though. I beg. I mean, let there be a balance. I'm a medical doctor and my hobby is a software developer. We both had a good job till my husband lost his job and getting a new paid job was hard. We decided that I travel to Canada till we are stabilized. He would join us with the kids. We have 2 girls. On December 2018, I decided to come to Nigeria for our 20th wedding anniversary. I noticed a tense atmosphere between my daughters and their father. I thought it was the teenagers' parents' issues. I ignored it, but when I noticed that my daughter would sometimes be rude to their father, I demanded to know what was going on. This became a matter of concern because my daughters used to adore their father. I tried severally to get my girls to speak, but all they say was for me to talk to my husband. I had to ask my hubby what was going on, and he told me it was nothing he could not handle, and our girls were keeping bad company in school, so because of this, he decided to disallow them from going out. Few days to when I was to travel back to Canada, I called my girls to talk to them. After a long talk, they told me that their daddy did not want them to go out because he was having sex with the both of them. I confronted my husband and he was extremely angry. My husband kept begging me to believe him, but I was just not ready to listen because I could not see reasons why our children would lie about such. I started filing for divorce immediately I got back to Canada. I raised my children alone for 3 years. While I was in Canada, I got the news that my now ex-husband was getting married to someone else. I busted out crying while apologizing to my girls about what he put them through. It was there that they confessed that their father did not touch them, that they lied because they were not getting freedom to do as they would have loved from their dad. My world shattered. Where do I start from? How do I beg my husband? What do I say? Probably, I should have trusted my husband, but I was just trying to be a good mom. I lost a good man. How do I get him to forgive his children? And can I still save my home?
This is really, really
pathetic.
Great. I don't even know how to describe this because the consequences of what they have done, what they don't do, the damage self no be here. The damage no be here. Plus, can the man ever forgive the girls?
You might, parents, no matter how. The funniest part is this question we asked me now. I was almost saying, no matter how crazy the situation be, but you will end up forgiving because they're your children. But then I remember that somebody shared a case with me on how he been disowned his own daughter. And I was trying to persuade him, I wanted him to just see reasons that no matter how crazy be saying at your pikin, you see guys forgive him, regardless of whatever it is which she don't do. And the guy was like, no, Slimmy, I'm done with her. Say, because he get 2 other children. I can say, yes, if you get 2 other children, but now still your pikin. So say for somewhere, you see the thing and say you have a daughter somewhere. Do you understand? Even if you don't want to accept her again. So for this kind of situation now, and it just this. I don't know where I want to pick him from because so many things now they involved. The fact that the man actually begged the woman to see reasons from his side, like, guy, babe, trust me, this no be waiting. Maybe, and the children made up the story. The man obviously no go know why they been cook up such a story.
The man himself will be dumbfounded.
He was dumbfounded. I'm sure he was shocked. Obviously, he didn't even see that coming. He wouldn't have even thought. Even if my pikin go frame me up, right? It's not in that line. They know. That's
disgusting.
How on earth would you even imagine say they sleep with my own children? Even if you want lie, okay, lie say they carry another woman. Lie say maybe I don't give another woman belly. There is no place, right, on earth where I know say you table this kind of case. Say, the man they sleep with in pikin, where they go use good eye, look. The first instinct where go come your mind, your heart as a woman, now to say, okay, my girl child, I need to save her.
Of course.
My girl children, I need to save them. I need to move them away. So I know she being act based on emotion, but then maybe she could have also given her husband that second thought, chance. That second, not even a second chance, made that room for explanation, benefit of that, bless you. This na man want marry. They don't marry this man for me. That me marry this man. Before these children come, I don't deal with this man. Is it possible for this man to do this? Do you understand? And like she said, this na kids when we say they always adore their father. So she also been there shocked. Waiting happen, waiting cause this. And really from the letter also, she said she actually asked the guy. And the guy, because the guy be no saying waiting the children get for mine be that. The guy felt maybe now because they let them come out. Do you understand?
Just
father, daughter. So he wouldn't have ever reasoned it to that lane say, oh, my children go they this silly to frame up such a story. So it is really, really crazy. You see, we always preach forgiveness. Shola. We are quick to say forgive. But there are some situations where we say it is extremely hard, such as this, to forgive. Mm-hmm. Because even if the man, which I know at the end of the day, he will forgive those girls. But trust me, accepting that woman back is going to be a loss. Because now, first off, he don't even fall in love with somebody else.
Of course.
That means he don't move on. But you see, that's trauma because for me I dey try put myself.
We don't know how many family members don't
we
hear the story.
We go don't hear the story. Society, community, we go don't hear the story. And you know how many explanations where in go don't make, wanting to tell people that I did not do it. Can you just believe? And now this now in word against the wife and the daughters. And they're like even in the best position to make him come clean, like to paint a better picture. So if the immediate family where he gets, they speak against them, then who is going to save him or who go believe him? So I dey try putting myself in that position of waiting this guy don't go through, the kind of explanations we go don't try give, the way in society, family go don't reject and don't call her names. And to now find out, say the kids be actually doing because say their father be stop them from going out because then they misbehave. Do you understand? So I don't even know where forgiveness will come in here.
I think that's where we need to open phone line now. So let me don't take time, don't dissect the story.
It's crazy.
One year from now, waiting make this woman do. Obviously, I don't clear say the children been tell lies against their papa. And you don't see the kind of lies where they lie.
What kind of
so
lie?
Their papa, they sleep with them. Now the man don't swallow and move on, remarry. But this woman now, she don't let her hear the truth. Waiting
she said she no try.
Or how she fit take. But
I understand.
No woman will go hear that kind of
go hear, but maybe you should have also given your husband that benefit of doubt, Shola.
Because it's happening. We can't write it from
no, it is not reality now. This is not person's story.
They see with one news of one man who they sleep with his daughter. No be first time, no be
yes,
second time.
we have cases, but do you know that, Shola, you get waiting, I go hear about you now. You know go there, I go tell you, say, Shola no fit do am.
Yeah,
Shola
sure.
fit do everything, but Shola no fit do am.
Yeah, sure.
Do you understand? Now imagine, and I'm not your girlfriend. We are just colleagues, right? Yeah. I no be your wife. I know they sleep for your house.
There are some benefits of
doubt. So
the
benefit of that will be like, no, if Shola no. You get things where if they hear if they tell you something about Slimmytee you be like, do I pariwo? Possibilities where I know she can do it. But there are some things that you hear that you say, no, Slimmytee can, don't worry. So you are not my boyfriend. Do you understand? You know that this person. How much more a man you call your husband? Do you understand? How much more a man you call your husband?
Those ones we say
they change.
The one where they sleep with their children, where they've been carried. But I'm sure that's how their wife too will get shocked.
I mean that's another second. Yes, another second thought. Maybe that say because the husband when you marry wouldn't have done that. So waiting push and then you blame it on the devil. So I should say even the woman would have thought she must have considered that to have even asked the husband, say, okay, fine, did this happen? But the man also came out to say, babe, can you just believe me? Can you believe that I didn't do this? Can you just trust me on this? Do you know it is when you break if I see you as my boyfriend or as my husband and you don't trust me, even for a relationship, I tell you that if you can't trust me, well, there's no relationship.
It's a big problem. Because
now it will always be your words against I don't want to ever find myself in that position. How much more for marriage? And you see, we keep talking about this issue of trust in marriage. Why most marriages, they broken these days? Outside all of this, so they talk. I'm not saying not trust. Where wife, they suspect husband moves. Your husband pick or you don't feel say na Miriam, your husband they follow talk. Do you understand? Things like this.
Okay.
Emmanuel,
how you doing?
It's not your Miriam.
How Nasarawa now?
Nasarawa is fine, sir.
You hear what happened to this woman?
We hear her, I hear her. The matter stick die.
What do you feel say she fit do?
Man, see, but you know when picking friends person, but you know they easy. The woman get for, but you know when picking, it go hard. No person believe say picking the lie. You understand?
Sure.
It is very very difficult for me. If the man never marry a woman, I go suggest make she still go back. But I know say the woman fuck up.
Hey,
no F word, please.
And you come well, oh.
No F word.
Nah. I mean, it's painful. Everybody go on. If you don't caution yourself, you say something. Okay, so if you say maybe the man fit come back. If now if you come back to that kind of woman and those children.
Me I fit come back based on say na the children. Me and the children they go tell me whether na me their papa because if it be say no be me born them.
Okay, but you still get that very good relationship and rapport with those children even after you accept them back.
No, me and the children, the relationship no go too thick again.
So now the problem.
It's going to be painful.
It's going to be very painful. Shall I, as in, I don't even feel imagine. Like, you don't even see any like, give me.
The thing therapy.
Man, no, I beg, no try. I dey tell God, say, get something I no gonna make God try me. We don't say, challenges we come. Life is
unless if my wife go get picking with another man outside, make she tell me, because those children be like, no be my children, them be.
Yeah, it's tough. Say the children be like, no be, you didn't get down.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Because it's true painful. Now. It's very painful.
Let me give you a personal.
Thank you very much, Ima.
Personal experience. I want to drop my children off to school. I can't see one mark like this for Irene. You know what to do? Because I'm saying it's my mommy that beat me there. My mommy beat you. I'm not against her scolding you guys, but not. So I can't go up. I can't go upstairs. I said, dear, why this? Can't say, but she's not the one. And I can't say, she's the one job. Maybe she does not know.
Yeah.
I can't. At that point, I just said, okay, let's just be careful. Let's be guided.
Because now
it's already a word against. Do you know that when I got to work that day, my wife been call me for phone, warn me seriously. As in she was very, very serious about the warning, angry. And she told me I should not for any reason put mouth in whatever concerns her and Ire. And in my head I was like, so this thing where they talk, say women.
And firstborn.
And firstborn, when they become...
competition, no.
Comfort.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Sir.
Good evening, ma.
Fine, sir.
Well done, ma.
This is my first time calling.
Hey.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes. What really happened to that woman? Now, lack of trust, but nevertheless, you need to forgive the husband. That's just the truth.
She needs to forgive the husband.
Or the husband needs to forgive her.
And you need to clear the husband out. At least tell everywhere that she has gone to let people
on a press conference. I said a press
anywhere
conference.
Where she don't talk reach, make she go back there.
Anywhere where she don't go announce the husband, say what you do for the children. You need to go and clear that. No, these children have spoken the truth. See what they talk. To clear the man out. It's not left for the man to now say, okay, I will take you back as my wife, but it's too painful.
She says, Jesus. She talking and says, it's too painful, Jesus.
It's too painful. It's too painful. Thank you very much, Comfort. Thank you.
I think our normal tradition, Shion, can we have the letter? Let's read
for
it
those
so
that are
people
just
joining
us
can, have a clue of what they talk about tonight. Because now the woman they ask, can she still have her family back? That one I no get answer to.
Okay, so I'm a medical doctor and my hobby is a software developer. We both had a good job till my husband lost his job and getting a new paid job was hard. We decided that I travel to Canada till we are stabilized. He will join us with the kids. We have 2 girls. On December 2018, I decided to come to Nigeria for our 20th wedding anniversary. I noticed a tense atmosphere between my daughters and their father. I thought it was the teenagers' parent issue. I ignored it, but when I noticed that my daughter would sometimes be rude to their father, I demanded to know what was going on. This became a matter of concern because my daughters used to adore their father. I tried severally to get my girls to speak, but all they say was for me to talk to my husband. I had to ask my husband what was going on, and he told me it was nothing he could not handle and that our girls were keeping bad company in school. So because of this, he decided to disallow them from going out. Few days to when I was to travel back to Canada, I called my girls to talk to them. After a long talk, they told me that their dad did not want them to go out because he was having sex with the both of them. I confronted my husband, and this was extremely angry. And he was extremely angry, I beg your pardon. My husband kept begging me to believe him, but I was just not ready to listen because I could not see reason why our children would lie about such. I started filing for divorce immediately. I got back to Canada. I raised my children alone for 3 years. While I was in Canada, I got the news that my now ex-husband was getting married to someone else. She don't divorce now. She now say,
can you have your own back?
I busted into crying while apologizing to my girls about what he put them through. it was there that they confessed that their father did not touch them. That they lied because they were not getting freedom to do as they would have loved from their dad. My world shattered. Where do I start from? How do I beg my husband? What do I say? Probably I should have trusted my husband, but I was just trying to be a good mom. I lost a good man. Yes, indeed you did. How do I get him to forgive his children, and can I still save my home?
See, I think she should worry more about forgiving the children and him forgiving her. Because this home, first off, now you by yourself, God no go let smoke we use our hand draw ourselves.
Yeah, but we are just saying that, Slimmy, on the other hand too. Coeasy, the woman did what she needed to do.
But she could have also trusted her husband. Shola, there was me and you before the children.
She's not in the country, don't forget.
I know. But you were married to this man for 20 years. How long was she out of the country? 3 years. You stayed with somebody for 17 years. That means say, even before you guys got married, they must have dated for maybe 2 years, thereabout. I just try to do the mathematics for my head. So give or take, they've been together for like 22 years. Do you understand? This person did not misbehave when you guys were dating. For the 17 years that you guys were together, you be no catch on with all of these acts. So why would it be now? And if he told you, say, can you just, go back to the same person you used to know. Do you think I can do this? Even if some men are becoming animals, there are still some people I can vouch for.
Yeah.
Do you understand? See, now, later if you can tell me, like, if we can be say, oh, you form and indeed you did it, but I will still like, Shola cannot do this.
I will do what
I will still like do what I
feel.
feel. Do you understand? But now, for me, you didn't. You were so, I don't know. You're so into your kids that you couldn't even give your husband that benefit of that. You just felt, okay, he's absolutely wrong. Indeed, he did what they said he did, and you had to believe your children over your husband.
Concluded and...
Do you understand? And immediately you don't even start the file for divorce. Like you said, you don't get your own plan B for Canada. Now you've lost, and see, these children, they might actually not know the gravity of what they do now, right? Yeah. I don't know how old them be, but I know say, with time, they're going to say they really been hurt their father's emotions.
Of course, because the man will live to remember this, and as they remember him, he go dey pin am.
With time, when they start to they grow, themselves they go they look like.
Obviously, they are grown because from this letter now,
for them to have even come up with such stories.
Yes,
obviously,
they are
not
actually adults.
They are not kids.
All things being equal, let's face it, that life they too expensive.
There's a limit to everything.
Like the woman, they take acts now, how she feel take beg or apologize to the man.
Yeah, I know say as a man,
forgive the kids.
You will still forgive those children. I tell people that if now by waiting I don't do to my father, he's supposed to just say this girl they go, no worry. But parents will always be parents. They will always still forgive. I know the man will still come to terms, he will still like forgive. If you just look and say, well, teenagers then be now that age and stage of their life be that way they go on misdo and stuff, because the truth is that stage they come with different attitude, they come with different things, right? Juvenile age. So it can come with different things. So I know at the end of the day, the man is very angry at the moment, but would he forgive his children? I see him doing that. But him coming back to that woman, Shola.
Should be the man said don't move on.
He was about getting married now.
Okay,
he was about getting married. And there's no marriage again because I think they're officially divorced. So it's gonna, for you saying you want to have the man back, I don't see how that is gonna play out. But him forgiving you and forgiving your kids, definitely, I see that happening. But say marriage, I think for now.
I don't know what the law says when people divorce. Does the law say they can remarry?
No, they can't. We've had situations like that now. But I never see situation like that for Nigeria. But at least I don't read cases like that for Bodo in Boib say they divorced and then they later came back, because they before. Yes, officially. You can always go just like say, now just remarry on herself. You understand? Newly.
Wow. Miriam. Oh. Miriam from Kano.
Yeah, it's Miriam from Kano.
Yeah, good evening, Miriam.
Yeah, good evening.
Well done. What do you think about the matter, Miriam?
So actually, I feel like the children actually ruin the family.
Please, can you speak up?
Okay, I said I think the children actually ruin their family. They ruin the home. But then, as a man, I'm sure he's definitely going to. He needs time. Honestly, that's a big accusation from children. It's a very, very big thing. So I think they should give him time since
They should give the man time now.
Yes, he needs time. He needs to pick up his and find someone that, despite all the allegations, she's ready to have a family with him. They should give him time and not interrupt him. Yeah, and I know definitely he will come around, but that's too much to dish out to his parents, honestly. And mom, she really needs to forgive her children also, because, man, that is so big. I can imagine what they are going through, especially what she's going through. So I just pray and hope everything turns out for the better, because this family has been broken, and coming from your children doing this to you is really heartbreaking.
It's painful.
So I hope it comes around.
Even, they say betrayal na from outsiders.
Huh?
No. I just they try imagine. As they imagine, myself they imagine. No, like it's just so painful that the betrayal they come from inside, not even an outsider. I mean.
Okay, thank you, Miriam. Well, Miriam said something, and I feel so that's very important. What Miriam talks say it takes time for a wound to heal up.
For this kind of wound.
So make we not even rush the man, because this one where the woman they talk say I have to take beg him, I have to take beg my children. Yes, you can rush to begging, but the man still needs time.
He needs time to heal.
There are sometimes they say when water the boy, no being person they drink him. Even make him your hot tea, go still chew. If not, he go peel your tongue.
Yes,
so the man still needs time to recuperate. He needs the time for this wound.
And this is not just a small wound. This is a big wound. For wounds like this, that has to do, especially something that has to do with emotions. Do you know how many things wait for them? His mental state go they messed up. Of course. Do you understand? Like you don't want to know.
He will keep asking my
he go just like say in word for that period they shattered.
Have I ever is it did
I do this in my dream? Was like did I do any mistake? Where did I go? You know how many times you don't ask. I mean, Prince from Abuja. Hello, Prince. Good evening.
Slimmytee, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
How are you? I'm fine.
I'm very well, thank you. So you see the matter will carry come tonight, right?
Oh, the matter tied apart. Like you said, they deliberate on the matter.
Oh, you and somebody deliberate on the matter, Seth?
Yeah, me and my babe actually.
Oh, thank God say she did there. So, what do you think now? What seem be the way forward?
My own, what's not really reason about this issue is seriously, Slimmytee. These parents, they don't really raise those children.
Please, you need to speak up, please.
You understand?
No, we didn't hear what you just said, please.
Can you hear me?
No, okay, yes.
Yeah, I said those parents, they don't really raise those children well. They don't train them well. If they really train them well, no matter what, you cannot go just like for a parent where go lead to maybe they pay their marriage and they not go fear. You understand? They go fear. They don't feel try that kind of thing. To me, I don't really blame the children like that. And the decision where the woman take, she won't do well. If you say a man, something like that happen, man will calm down, will give her a second chance, go like try put down for her body, making really see her with one eye. Not be saying go just take decision on the own like that. But woman, she don't really think and she just take decision once, which is bad for the woman. You know, get you try that one too.
So now what's it gonna be the way forward?
The way forward we say, guy, this one a marriage. Make the man just calm down, make him not really reason now. Make him just calm down, make him accept him wife back.
So you should cancel the new marriage you want to do?
You said?
May cancel the new marriage?
No, yeah. Cancel the new marriage, of course, because you don't get children with your wife already. You're not supposed to do like that. Now, you don't get your wife, not your wife. The mother of your children. You see all this story now, one day now past tense. You don't get.
Yeah.
So just calm down.
It's just tough to swallow.
Okay, thank you very much, Prince from Abuja.
Thank you.
The one where you self-talk makes sense. You say the upbringing where they give these children now come back.
Maybe maybe
because it's not easy for a child to look into the parents and tell lies against them. Well, we have to go on this break.
Yes, please.
Most definitely when we come back, the show will continue.
a medical doctor and my hobby is a software developer. We both had a good job till my husband lost his job and getting a new paid job was hard. We decided that I travel to Canada till we are stabilized. He would join us with the kids. We have 2 girls. On December 2018, I decided to come to Nigeria for our 20th wedding anniversary. I noticed a tense atmosphere between my daughters and their father. I thought it was the teenagers' parent issues. I ignored it, but when I noticed that my daughter would sometimes be rude to their father, I demanded to know what was going on. This became a matter of concern because my daughters used to adore their father. I tried severally to get my girls to speak, but all they say was for me to talk to my husband. I had to ask my hubby what was going on, and he told me it was nothing he could not handle, and our girls were keeping bad company in school, so because of this, he decided to disallow them from going out. Few days to when I was to travel back to Canada, I called my girls to talk to them. After a long talk, they told me that their daddy did not want them to go out because he was having sex with the both of them. I confronted my husband and he was extremely angry. My husband kept begging me to believe him, but I was just not ready to listen because I could not see reasons why our children would lie about such. I started filing for divorce immediately I got back to Canada. I raised my children alone for 3 years. While I was in Canada, I got the news that my now ex-husband was getting married to someone else. I busted out crying while apologizing to my girls about what he put them through. It was there that they confessed that their father did not touch them, that they lied because they were not getting freedom to do as they would have loved from their dad. My world shattered. Where do I start from? How do I beg my husband? What do I say? Probably, I should have trusted my husband, but I was just trying to be a good mom. I lost a good man. How do I get him to forgive his children? And can I still save my home?
Well, she must be working, so says Melvin Samuels. Anybody way won't come in way now that is any lady will ain't go talk, say yes, I do too, or I go accept you. Say one of the requirement now she must do the work. And say Anambra MB, 27 years old. Hi, my name is Melvin. I am from Anambra and I reside in Anambra. Okay. I would love to meet a caring lady who is ready for a serious relationship and must be working. She should be between the ages of 20 and 24 years. You know, seeing Jeeps in Lexus.
As in
big boy.
The shoe self, the complex say the shoe and the whether not the way it take fold down, but now the socks, I don't know, they want the colors won't resemble. Now they like guys like this, they're intentional about their outfits because there are some girls that is what they see that they go after. So this kind of thing it can just be, something that will catch their attention. So if you know you have been caught already by Mr. Melvin somewhere, please feel free to check him out on our Instagram page. It's there. It's waiting for you. Just go there, drop your comment, tell someone why you feel you're interested. And I'm sure that's as easy as it should be. Okay, so please make sure say you between the ages when you talk about. Make sure say you get. I say once more that is caring. Make sure you are caring.
And you work
and
too.
you work too. Does not want a liability. So if you know you are qualified, please feel free to jump on it. It's that simple. And the way I'm seeing it, I think Shola and I we need to sign out.
Yes, we need to start rounding up now, and a good make we also let everybody know. Say well, from the thing where we don't deduce, they don't let us know. Say. Bring yourself matter.
Yep.
Say the one with Prince from Abuja been talk class, yes. Say the way where you bring up your child most definitely land so you go meet So as parents, let us learn to speak with one voice when it comes to child upbringing as papa and mama, because if children notice a crack between their parents, they don't go fit enter. They don't go penetrate. So let
because
us.
I wish she had persisted. Maybe those children would have told her the truth.
Yes, now, of course. So let us always speak with one nice voice. And as parents, well, where you can forgive, please do. it will help. Please too.
I mean, surely I did the same page with Shola tonight, as always. And, you know, when we bring cases like this, now just for all of us to learn from mom. I never marry, but trust me, I don't pick my lessons from tonight's story. You know, as husband and wife, you need to learn to trust yourself the more. You need to learn to communicate the more. You need to understand the kind of husband. She'll be able to tell, say, my husband can never do this. To some
extent, this is my husband.
This is my husband. Do you understand? I know my husband. This is my wife. I know what she can do. Yeah, she feel like shouting, but she cannot kill. I know her very well. And maybe you could have just, you know, also questioned. I think you were just too fast in believing your children. But tonight, we are not here to blame anybody. We are here to create solutions. Basically, now what will they do with that? So I truly hope, say, the family will come back. I truly hope, say, the husband will forgive you. As a woman, I'm sure you've learned your lessons. And I won't believe, say, such obviously no go happen again. You know, so if you can call on families where they're very close to your husband, let them help you talk to him. You know, let him understand that you indeed say sorry. Yes, I think that will also do justice to it. So that's how far we can go on tonight's show.
Most definitely, same time next week, 5 p.m. to 6.
Yes, please.
We're going to be here and we're going to entertain you. We're going to give you nothing but the best as far as a marriage and relationship they concern. From two of us, we talk, say,
au revoir. Au revoir.
Marry me, oh, I be gentleman, not take me shakara.